Hey, what's up, guys? I'm your host, Lady Di, and this is Tattoos Across Texas. This weekend, we're in Austin for the Star of Texas Art Revival. Let's go check it out.
Another change is coming, a separation from defiant to self-reliant, baby. I feel the weather break.
guys, I'm with tattoo artist Audrey. Audrey, tell us where you're from and the tattoo shop that you work at.
Hey, so I'm from Tampa, Florida, and the tattoo shop I work at is named Wolf and Flame.
Obviously, we met you at a tattoo convention.
Yeah.
You know,
over at the Austin show.
Yes. And then this weekend we're here for obviously in Austin. What is the difference between the two conventions for you? Do you feel like a different elevation in?
Oh, from like last Austin show to this year? Yeah, so I definitely feel like the difference comes from who runs the convention.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously the Star of Texas has like 22 years of history.
Right.
You know, Marcy's been running it. So I feel like it caters to a lot of your like more traditional style Texas tattooing.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Versus the other tattoo convention that we had other in Austin is ran by three brothers or four brothers actually. They run a series called Tattoo Fest, and I feel like their style is just a little bit more catering to the newer ages of tattooing, a little bit more of like graphic tattooing. And
Right.
you don't really see a lot of traditional Texas tattooers there. So I feel like just the targeted audience makes a difference of the outcome of the show sometimes, you know. That's mainly the difference from the two shows I've seen. It's just like how they are run.
Yeah.
But that's just because of like the artist lineup they have kind of caters to bringing in a different audience each time you have the show.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about your backstory. You know, when did you start tattooing? What inspired you to become a tattoo artist?
Oh, yeah. So I started tattooing about 6 years ago now. I was a vet tech full time, and I started getting heavily tattooed myself, actually because I didn't really love my body, or I wasn't very confident in my body the way I wanted to be. So I actually had my whole right arm sleeved out and my chest done before I even started a tattoo apprenticeship. And
Very
then
nice.
just from drawing my whole life, I had some friends be like, hey, you should do tattoos. You look like a tattooer now. Like, why aren't you doing tattoos?
You got everything going?
Yeah, and you draw all the time, and I just didn't think I could make it a permanent thing, you know?
Right.
But then after being talked to by a shop a couple of times, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna make the change. And I started to regress from being a vet tech and just started getting into tattooing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a love for animals too.
Big time. I actually tattoo a lot of animals, a lot of pet portraits for people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so animals and art, two biggest loves, you know? Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about your tattoo style.
So I fall in the genre of new school. So when I first started tattooing, people were like, oh, how are you gonna tattoo? And I just told them the truth. I'm just gonna tattoo the way I draw. And I've always drawn in a very animated, illustrative type of style. And then once I took art professionally now into tattooing over the course of years, it's just kind of been modifying and training myself and learning from other artists, even at the shows here that I run into, just to keep elevating my work, you know?
Yes. And I can say that when I see your artwork and your t-shirts and everything, your tattoos, it's such bold, bright colors. Like, it really attracted my eyes. My eyes fell in love with the colors.
Thank you.
And I'm being really honest, I was like, oh my God, these colors they pop. You know, that's what caught my attention. And I've honestly never seen tattoos like yours.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes,
That
and
means a
Odd
lot.
Tattoos, your Instagram it's very fitting, you know.
It fits my name's Audrey, I draw weird things, so Odd Tattoos, it just kind of went with it.
There you go. And tell me a little bit about your artwork. I honestly didn't know you could paint with tattoo ink.
Oh yeah, so I like to do all kinds of different mediums, even tattooing. At the end of the day, I'm an artist, and just tattooing is a medium of art. So I wanted to try to figure out I want to continue painting. And one day I actually ran out of white, like acrylic paint I was making for a painting.
Yeah.
So in my drawer, I was like, oh, I could just use white tattoo ink, like it'll be okay. Took a couple of drops and tried it. And then I was like, this was a lot easier to apply on paper than I thought. So now I just treat it as what you would call like a liquid acrylic. So it's like acrylic paint.
Yeah.
That's just super like watery, and I use it on arches like cotton press paper, so it just absorbs the paint very well. But it's almost like if you were tattooing watercolor.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You gave me one of your prints, my paintings, last time I saw you.
Oh yeah.
I have it in my kitchen.
Oh, I love that.
So everybody sees it. I have a bulletin board and I have all the conventions lined up by dates, and it's right there.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, other than the tattoo style that you are doing, right?
Yeah.
That you're in love with, you can tell in your work. Is there any other style that you'd like to dabble in, or have you dabbled in any other styles?
Yes, so the main styles that I would gravitate to, that I like even draw or love to draw, would be more of like illustrative or neo-trad. So in my definition of an illustrative tattoo would be pretty much like you would look at like a photo of something, but just redraw it. So it almost shares realistic properties, but it has a little bit more of a design flow, versus like neo-trad is very almost similar to my new school. It's like bold lines, bold color application. I also think neo-trad's tough, you know, like they have like knives and daggers and like panthers and like all these mean things, and I'm usually tattooing like frogs and you know, other things that aren't so mean and masculine, I guess, but I like tougher looking tattoos. So yeah.
And from your tattoos, how does the client go about coming up with their ideas, or do you help them along? You know, like a cup of ramen with, you know, a different animal in the background.
Correct. So I usually try to get them to like spitball at least an idea or two, and then it's really my brain that just can kind of take it and tackle it and turn it into something. So you were saying like a ramen, you know, you would be like, oh, well, I love ramen. And I'd be like, okay, so with this ramen, would you like the ramen to be a monster himself? You know, like we can make all the ingredients, your favorite ingredients inside, and like have them like flying around, or would you like your favorite animal eating a bowl of ramen, and maybe a couple little small elements behind it or around it, just to make it more of a scene, you know, because I always try to customize the design to you know. When I tattoo my clients, I tell them we're a team, because it's your thoughts and my application that come together, and without you, I wouldn't be doing this right now. So it is a very big team effort that we come together and create something, and that's why I love doing my style, because new school is pretty like, you have to be unique or original with it, you know?
You said right now your style. And I actually felt like there's got to be a different name than like new school, you know, because it's like your own.
It's literally just mine. I just fell into an application, you know, because the thing about labels is it helps people feel attached and that they belong somewhere, you know, like they belong in a category. I would have no problems just telling people like I draw eclectic, weird styled stuff, you know, without a new school title, but I'm also not ashamed of that, you know. When people go, oh, you do cartoons, I go, yeah, but I do some really serious cartoons, dude, you know, like they might be funny, but my application is very forward, you know, and very serious when I try to do it. So I try to take it serious, even though what I do is kind of funny.
So I gotta say, I've actually imagined your work either in a comic book or like a cartoon for children, just the way you paint everything. I mean, I'm in love with it.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like a kid inside seeing all these colors, because I love all colors. Obviously, I'm wearing black.
No, it happens.
But I love colors.
Well, you know, the thing about my tattoos is I love colors, but color theory has a big play into my tattoos, because a lot of people will see the image and they go, oh, I like it, but I don't know what I like about it. And it's just because I know color theory to arrange colors, to manipulate your brain to be like, oh, I really love this. And it's because the colors cohesively go together, you know? So it's really just you being almost like color stimulant and happy, versus you really love the frog or the pig or whatever I do. You just actually really love the coloration of it.
I don't know what it is, but it does something, I guess, through your eye, and it just goes to your brain and just registers. For me, it does something. Like it's funny, kind of like tickles my brain. Like,
serotonin.
I look at all your Instagram photos, so I'm like,
oh, thanks, dude.
And it did make me happy.
Well, and that's what I wanted with my artwork, you know, not to be cool, because you know, people get portraits of their loved ones that have passed, you know, and for me, I have had a lot of life health problems where it's been close to death. So actually doing like memorial tattoos, if it's not like a pet or something in that nature, I can't really find myself to do it, you know. So like my tattoos are very like bright and lighthearted and fun, because exactly what you said, I want to evoke the feeling of happiness or a fondness memory of your childhood, be it that be a cartoon or your favorite animal that has no longer been with us, you know. But all my things, I want to invoke like that serotonin rush to your brain of this is exciting, it's bright, it's wowing, and the subject matter could really just be anything, you know?
I don't know, I think maybe one of these days I'd get one. I do like raccoons and fox. you know, and I'm like, oh, I'll put strawberries on there with red balloons in the back and stars, and I was just talking to my cameraman about that.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Oh, I would love to. Anytime. You know that. You know, I'm out in Austin and everything like
Yes.
that too. So in April, I'm going to come out. There's a shop located here in town called Smoking Mirrors Tattoo.
Smoking Mirrors.
My friend Sandoz own it. Love them to death. But I'm going to go out there from April 1st to about April 25th. I'll be
Nice.
here in Austin. I have 2 back pieces I'll be working on as well in Austin.
A back piece.
Yep, so I start my first back piece this week on the 5th. Right after this convention, I'm going to stay in town. And then I'll be coming back in the April time. He will come down for another session. But then I have my first female client signing up for her back piece also in April. She will be here and we'll be tackling that together. So.
Maybe we'll check that out.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm already getting excited just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, you guys are more than welcome.
Yeah, my
to
brother
come
lives
out.
here. I can just crash at his place.
Absolutely, yeah. We can get dinner afterwards or something. That would
Yes.
be great. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I love your personality, your soul. You know, obviously, I'm drawn
No.
to your work and your personality. So,
Thank you. I
Very
try to
shiny.
be as very authentically transparent.
and you can
me,
feel it.
you
You
know?
can feel. You know,
Thanks.
it's very
Sometimes
nice.
it doesn't like everyone, you know, not everyone's a fan, but
No, but I certainly am. So that matters.
thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Audrey, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Anytime.
also, tell our audience your Instagram. Even though it's in the back, let them know what your Instagram is.
So I'm Audrey. I'm Odd Tattoos on Instagram. You guys can find me in Austin, Texas, or in Tampa, Florida.
Thank you so much. I'm going to shake your hand,
Yeah,
and I'll
of
probably give you a hug.
Dude, of course, always. Thank you so much. Seriously, I love it.
Just want to see how far you go, man, because I know you will.
Yeah, and you guys are great, you know, coming to the conventions, asking my clients if you can tape them and asking me, like,
Thank
they
you.
love the documentation because they just are wild to be here, but then when a camera crew and yourself want to interview or look at their work, they get a little, like, starstruck. They're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I appreciate
Well,
it,
thank
too.
you. I
Yeah,
really
of
do
course.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.